What's good, people? Your boy Jordan back with another video, guys. What can I say, man? What can I actually say about this whole Will Smith controversy, man? So I obviously done a video on it the other day. So make sure you go and check it out, the actual slap incident. And I was in two minds when I saw it, because I didn't know whether it was fake or whether it was real. Obviously, after the video, it did turn out to be real. You could just tell. And, you know, everything that's been said after the Oscars now is come out as, you know, he did mean it, and he has apologized to Chris Rock. I actually haven't seen an official statement stating that he has. I only saw an official statement of him saying that he apologized to the Academy Awards and his fellow colleagues, but I didn't see anywhere along the lines of, "I'm sorry, Chris Rock, for smacking you in the face." Now, if you want my opinion on it, I do think it's wrong from Will Smith to go and slap another man. I mean, there's been two sides of this, man. I've been hearing loads of women, especially on social media, coming out and saying, "Oh, he was sticking up for his woman." And listen, this is why us men get into trouble and get beaten up and end up, you know, getting into fights when we're in relationships, because it's always the women that trigger something. Now, I've watched that clip back when Chris Rock makes the G.I. Jane joke. I've watched it back. Will Smith is laughing his head off. He's literally laughing his head off. You see Jada Pinkett Smith. You see her almost like roll her eyes. The camera then goes back onto Chris Rock. And I feel like in that moment, she's probably looked at Will or given him the eyes as to say, that's, you know, that's hurt me, or that's made me feel upset. That is when Will Smith reacted. Will Smith has not reacted to that joke. He's reacted to his wife's reaction to the joke. So, listen, people that are saying that now Will Smith acted unaccordingly and he was angry about the joke, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. And listen, I'm not going to go down the line of Jada Pinkett Smith. For me, she has damaged that relationship between Will Smith and herself. She's absolutely destroyed that. She's come out on the, was it Red Table Talk, openly talking about her relationship with the whole entanglement bullshit. Like, if my wife done that to me, see you later. Get the divorce. Let's file the divorce papers right now, because you are not disrespecting me on live television in front of millions of people. Now they all know about our relationship and all of our privacy. Like, get out of here, man. But that's a whole other thing. Is that what kind of fired Will Smith up inside? I don't know. All I saw was a man who was laughing at the jokes. And Will Smith's made jokes about bald men in the past before. There's videos out there on YouTube about it. Okay, Will Smith is familiar with these kind of jokes. Chris Rock is a comedian. He does this for a living. Comedians, especially old school comedians, the best of the best, they make fun out of the audience, especially at the Oscars. That's why they get comedians to host the Oscars, to try and take out that kind of high social status out of it and bring some jokes, and, you know, to actually pick on the high status people or the famous people, to pick on them. That is what the Oscars is about. That's why they get the comedians to host it. It was the same with Ricky Gervais, who was it the Oscars or I'm not too sure. It must have been the Oscars a couple of years ago. He was doing the same thing, slating people in the audience. That's what they do. Listen, for me, I don't think Will Smith had the intention and was angry at the joke. I personally think he's reacted over his wife's reaction. I feel like she's very toxic towards Will, in my opinion, what I've seen so far and what I'm seeing on YouTube, on Red Table Talks and all that stuff. That is my opinion on it. Now, you may have a different opinion in it. We're going to go and check out Jim Carrey. I had to make this introduction, guys. So don't worry. I'm going to be putting in the comment section where the video starts. But I had to speak out about this, because it's something that I'm seeing. And I feel like the other side of people, you're misinterpreting this, man. Like, listen, you are deluded. Like, don't think he was sticking up for his wife in that moment. Okay, I wouldn't have done that. I would have not got up on that stage and slapped Chris Rock in front of loads of people. If I had a problem with it, I would have either said it in my speech, in my award speech, or after the ceremony, I would have spoken to Chris Rock and said, "Look, buddy, I just wanted to pull you aside here privately and say that joke was uncalled for, man. I don't respect that. That's how you do it as a man. You don't go and go up wilding and slapping someone. Nah, for me, that's not right. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighing in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview with Gayle King for CBS Mornings.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim Carrey was on hand promoting the new movie Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but yeah, he made it clear how he felt about Will Smith's actions on Sunday night.
You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Since Sunday night, the Academy launched a formal review.
Words. Chris Rock hasn't even touched your wife. He ain't put his hands on. He's a comedian.
Into Smith's actions on stage, and Will has since issued a statement apologizing to Chris Rock, saying in part, quote, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I was embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." On Sunday, Extra spoke to many stars who also weighed in on Will's behavior.
You watched the show. I'm sure you saw the moment everyone is talking about between Chris and Will. Your thoughts?
I don't condone violence. I just don't see any reason for it. I do know that if you're going to have any comedian and the rest of the show, everyone was being ridiculed in some way.
Right.
Yeah.
The only difference was, I think if you're a celebrity and you're in there, you know that's going to happen. Sure. Yeah. Maybe, this was his wife, so it was different.
I've been doing this for years, guys.
But I'm not sure you run up and punch someone in the face.
If you remember...
All right, listen, no. It wasn't a punch, all right? Let's get this straight. It was a slap.
But I'm not sure you run up and punch someone in the face.
If you remember, Chris hosted the Oscars, and brilliantly. I mean, I just remember it was just kind of like... better than anyone. And Chris is a genius comic that has been doing it for many, many decades, and the premise being that these indeed are jokes.
Do you think as a comedian, though, you should ever worry about needing to be censored?
You know, I think anytime...
That's what comedians do!
Chris is one of those comics that he and Chappelle are the GOATs, and they're like the youngest, oldest comics in the world. They've been doing it since they were kids. And I think, the contract you set up with the audience is that these are indeed jokes and we have to embrace our freedom of speech.
You like Jaw on the floor?
First of all, do you know that joke that Chris did? I remember when that movie came out, and that was a way to insult a woman, her sexuality, her physique. It was a way to call a woman a homosexual, basically. And she's sitting right next to her. It was like that. I remember that in school, that they would do that to people, It's kind of messed up.
Thank you for watching. If you want...
Wow. Do you know what's crazy? Like, I actually looked up to that woman. I actually loved her in her comedy films, especially the one with Kevin Hart. Guys, I think, have we got to a point, where we actually can't make jokes anymore? Like, are we in a society now where you can't say one word to someone? Like, it's actually becoming beyond a joke how comedians who comically tell jokes and take the mick out of people for a living can't tell their jokes. What are they supposed to do? I don't understand this, man. I honestly, it's just got to the point where, what can you do? Because you have people like me speaking up and talking about it, but then you're always gonna have the other side of people saying, "Oh no, like he was you can't speak to people like that. She has alopecia." That joke had nothing to do with alopecia. And again, we don't know if Chris Rock knew she had alopecia. It's not like he made a joke about alopecia. That's different. Okay, the reason why he made a joke is because she has a shaved head. Okay, is that down to alopecia? Okay, right, okay. She's had a shaved head and she looks like someone from a movie. It's a joke. He's not making the joke specifically about alopecia. Yeah, and even if she was battling and had to go through all this, listen, do you know how many people get alopecia, lose hair? I've had it. I've had it in my beard. I've had beard hair loss in my beard. I've had patches of alopecia because sometimes you get stressed and all that stuff. That's what causes it, right? Come on, he could have said the same thing to this woman here. I don't know if her name's Tiffany, with her short hair. Could have said the same thing. Oh, what is that? Alopecia? No, he's saying it because the woman in the movie has a shaved head. She's a jarhead. In the marine, I think it's a marine movie where the women and the men have to shave their heads. It's a joke. I can't believe like people are actually taking the Smiths' side here and saying, oh, you know, if that was my man, I expect my man. Are you kidding me? You expect me to go and physically abuse or GBH? It's called GBH, grievous bodily harm. You expect me to go and commit a crime? That's a crime. If you smack someone in public, even in the UK, if you smack someone in public and the police catch you, you can get done for grievous bodily harm. You're committing a crime, but because it's Will Smith, oh, you know, it's Will Smith, oh, he's just upset, oh, poor Will Smith. Listen. Don't think that this guy hasn't been a role model in my life, yeah? And I haven't looked up to him. Look, I've got his damn book here, yeah? But the actions that he's taken, I don't agree with, okay? So I love him. I love all of his movies. He's worked so hard to get that, and he just goes and ruins it. Now, I don't know where his career's going to end up now. I don't know, you know, is he going to be prosecuted? Is he going to be charged with something? I have no idea, but this man here, even though his childhood and all that stuff, listen, we've all gone through shit. There are loads of people have been worse off than Will Smith, but that does not give you the right to hit someone on stage, especially at the Oscars, where you have to have some grace and decorum about yourself. It's as simple as that. Guys, you were here with your boy Jordan, and I'll see you in the next video.